The first question I asked when I arrived and the minority leader was present was whether they had a warrant or not. They said no. The gentleman who led the operation said he was a senior person in the NIB and his face alone was a warrant. He had a lot of lawyers there who disagreed and told him that just because you are a senior person in the NIB, your face alone is not a warrant to arrest a member of parliament or any other citizen, because they all have their rights. The remarks came, in fact, the remarks come as tensions continue to rise over the allegations which were initially raised by Asin South MP, Reverend John Ntimfojo. The claims have caused a political stir, with officials denying any wrongdoing, while critics accuse the government of a possible cover-up. I know Dominic Nitiwul, Honorable Dominic Nitiwul. In my life, I have met him twice. Once in Parliament and once in his office. He's a fine gentleman. I love him. He is the MP for Bimbila. In fact, his area is polarized in one way or the other. So for an MP like him, I do not envy him at all. He does a lot to be able to keep his constituency in check. He does a lot to be able to keep his people happy in the area there. My brother, my sister, in his tenure of office as Minister of Defense, we saw the high points and the low points. But my brother, my sister, when it comes to Ghana, Ghana takes the priority. What is Nitiwul talking about? I don't get it. The Director General of the NIB, during your regime, your corrupt, dirty regime, you gave him a sensitive position. So what? So if people are misbehaving, smearing tartar on the image of this beautiful country, smearing tar, my brother, my sister, smearing soot on the great image of this nation, we should say because we were given a certain sensitive position in the previous governments. Therefore, if people are behaving untoward, we should let them go. Is it favoritism? Or is it nepotism? Maybe it's pluralism. Whatever ism and schism it is, my brother, my sister, the nation first. I am so ashamed that a man the caliber of Dominic Nitiwul would come out. Oh, we gave him a sensitive position while we were in government, so that should be enough to seal his lips. And he said that Nana Akufo-Addo needed to have a shower in the air before descending onto the ground to walk into meetings right from the gates of the aircraft. We saw photographs of the aircraft that Nana Akufo-Addo irresponsibly used the taxpayers' money to rent. We have not forgiven Nana Akufo-Addo. No wonder his own party members are making it clear that he was the major reason his party has gone back into opposition. Probably for the next 50 years, they will never smell power. My brother, my sister, in the tenure of office of Dominic Nitiwul as the defense minister of this nation, we didn't see any attacks on the nation. There was quite some amount of peace in the country, thanks to his leadership and the joint teamwork of the rest. My brother, my sister, but we will never forget that when he left office, we were told that the military had eaten so much food that it had gone into arrears and the nation was waiting to pay all this. Do we all remember that? My brother, my sister, this notwithstanding, let us go into the fiber of the issue. We gave you a certain sensitive position when we were in government, and he even calls it a job. We gave you a certain sensitive job. I am surprised that you are doing this to us. My brother, my sister, if the NIB went to the house of this man to arrest him without a warrant, I do not think that it is so much of a problem. Did they have their ID cards and their badges to show that they were from the NIB? There are some arrests, my brother, my sister, that have to be done in a Rambo style in order to buy time in terms of emergency, and all these things must be accommodated. I so much admire what Mahama is doing. I am a big fan of the president. If the nation must change, we must have these Rambo style adjustments and actions in order to fix this nation. We have been sleeping for far too long. We were here when Cecilia Dapa had millions under her bed, millions in rat holes, hard currency, foreign currency, my brother. The matter fizzled into thin air when the then president Nana Akufo-Addo prejudiced the whole issue. Even we who are not learned people, in other words, not lawyers, we knew that he was prejudicing the case. The matter became a farce. It became a mirage, my brother, my sister. So ridiculous. We heard of ghosts from the Awudomi cemetery and other cemeteries who were engaged in Momo transfers and transactions in this dirty millions under the bed saga. As if that was not enough, my brother, my sister. We saw how millions were carted out of this country in some supposed money laundering moves. We saw how gold was seized outside and inside the echelons of power. My brother, my sister, we have had enough of these shenanigans. I am a fan of the NIB. Please chase them and arrest them. If this country must change, we must have these actions, trust me. We have been so lukewarm. The nation is not going anywhere, except that we speak the best English in the whole world, better than even the British and the English. If speaking English could add something to the economy, Ghana would have the best economy in the world. We speak English as if we invented English. My brother, my sister, yet when it comes to what matters most, the needful, we are weak like carbonic acid, thievery all over the place, irresponsible behavior, nonchalant behavior. How can an honorable member come out and say that 2 aircrafts landed into the country and they brought in cocaine and they were in some kind of money laundering? Granted, it is true. Do you have to go public with this? Do you know the implications? Couldn't you have dealt with the security agencies? But for them, if their party is not in power, the nation can go up in flames. And NIB decides that, listen, this is a dangerous guy. He's still going around making unfounded noises all over the place. Ugly noises. For that matter, let us restrain him. So they went to the house of this guy to pick him up. And party members who owe more allegiance to their party than the nation, my brother, my sister, stood against this. I can't believe this. What were they holding the AK-47 for? 2 warning shots, my brother, my sister. Afenyo Markin and the rest would have found the rat holes they came out of. 2 warning shots, all these cowards would have run away helter-skelter. Today we sat back and we are using words like botched. The arrest was foiled. It was botched. My brother, my sister, do you know what it does to the integrity of the NIB? This is a bad precedent. Now, anybody who is going to be arrested by the NIB would also be looking for the word botched and foiled to slap on the story. It's not a good precedent. And if lawmakers in the country can aid in the denigration of the power of the NIB, I shiver. I see Neil van der Poy, a very good friend of mine, saying that, oh, you know what? We expect Afenyo Markin to bring this guy called Reverend Ntim Fodio, or else we will arrest him. It is good, but you should have arrested Reverend John Ntim Fodio no matter what. If I were the boss, the Director General of the NIB, hey, the military aircrafts will land on the roof of this guy, rip off the roof and pick him up like a little rat and take him where he belongs and question him. My brother, you know what it took to fight for the independence of this nation? Do you know? A lot of our forefathers went down in bloody situations. We remember the Christian Bob Castle Crossroad shootings. We remember Odate. We remember all the people who were shot and killed in cold blood, which triggered our independence. The several jail terms we remember. If we have our independence today, it is so painful when a little rat tries to smear tar on the image of this nation. So unfoundedly, it is painful. Do you know what it takes to build a country? The reputation. As I said yesterday, right now you don't see a lot of Colombians in this country. You see a lot of Chinese. Why are Colombians not in this country? Because they have been tagged with the cocaine name, middle name. Anywhere Colombians go, cameras follow them because they are seen to be the kingpins of cocaine. We all remember Pablo Escobar, El Chapo. My brother, my sister, do you want your country to go that direction? You are instituting the year of return. So many people were in this country, including Bruce Lee, Jackie Chan, Michael Jackson, and all these people. They came into the country to honor the nation in all integrity. The next day, you say there are planes here carrying cocaine and doing money laundering. Oh, Jesus have mercy. This is not a joke. My brother, true patriots do not behave like this. And this is supposed to be an honorable member of parliament. And when the NIB went in there to arrest him, there was a standoff. They are lucky this is not Cameroon. Lucky this is not Nigeria. Lucky this is not Somalia. Lucky, my brother, my sister, this is not some other country I don't want to mention. It's sad. Don't let us denigrate the integrity of our institutions. Now, I'm reading somewhere, and I need you to come along. It's interesting. I'm reading this from my Joy Online, and it says, Ntim Fodio's arrest was suspended after Afenyo Markin's request. And this is Neil van der Poy speaking, the national coordinator of the District Road Improvement Program. Oh, Jesus, have mercy. And his name is Neil van der Poy. Listen attentively. Has revealed that the National Intelligence Bureau halted his planned arrest of the Member of Parliament for Asin South, Reverend John Ntimfojio, following a request from the Minority Leader, Alexander Afenyomakin. Now, speaking on Channel 1 TV on Thursday, that's today, April 10th, Neil Antevandapoy explained that Afenyomakin had appealed to national security, requesting permission to personally present Reverend Fojio, who also serves as the ranking member on the Defense and Interior Committee, to their office by 10 a.m. on Thursday. It's past 10 a.m. Has he been provided? Mr. Vanderpoy confirmed that this request was granted, leading to the suspension of the arrest operation. In his comments, Mr. Vanderpoy clarified that the absence of Reverend Fojio from Parliament during the operation was not an unusual situation. He emphasized that being an MP does not grant immunity from arrest. Rather, it offers a privilege that can only be exercised through the Speaker of Parliament. The fact that you are a member of Parliament does not absolve you from being arrested, but it is only a privilege that you have, and that privilege is exercised through the Speaker, he stated. I heard Afenyomakin say, yes, where is our immunity? Where is our immunity? My brother, my sister, left to Afenyomakin, politicians are demigods. Remember, this was the same guy who said they want their own hospitals. Hospitals for MPs. Do we all remember when it was said that they wanted to have their own sirens? So that anytime they woke up from their beds, they would blow their sirens and bulldoze their way through the traffic and go to the Parliament House. We voted you to be our servants, not our lords. You are not supposed to lord it over us. They want their own hospitals when we are still struggling to even have our women in labor give birth decently in our hospitals. Today, politicians are running helter-skelter out of this nation on health tourism. My brother, my sister. An MP says they need a special hospital for MPs. Soon, they will need their own country outside Ghana. It's so sad. And I'm truly disappointed that the NIB could not exercise power. My brother, my sister. And when the NIB was going away, according to the video I saw, they were being hooted at. My brother, my sister, again, may I ask, why was a warrant not shown? Arrest warrant. Can I just ask? Now, the next thing I want to look at is this, and it's coming from my own Tree News. It says, Bawumia to Mahama. State institutions must not be reduced to political tools used to harass opponents. I read, former Vice President and 2024 presidential candidate of the New Patriotic Party, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, has told John Dramani Mahama to immediately rein in his security operatives. To immediately rein in his security operatives. Dr. Bawumia said that state institutions must not be reduced to political tools used to harass and intimidate opponents. Ghanaians will not accept this descent into lawlessness and fear, he said. On Wednesday, April 9, officials of the National Intelligence Bureau attempted to arrest Asin South lawmaker Reverend John Ntimfojio in his home over the aircraft with drugs pronouncement. I'm sure that's what they wanted to, right there. But they said pronounce. It's pronouncement, right? According to government spokesperson Felix Kwachofosu, the standoff erupted because Reverend Fojio refused to cooperate. You see, people like Bawumia are professional propaganda tools. Bawumia is nothing but a propaganda tool. And up till now, The man has not come to the platform of wisdom where he has to realize that he has been used, abused, and refused by the NPP. Do you remember that almost every propaganda that Nana Akufo-Addo peddled in his 8 years of corrupt governance, Bawumia was the one used? I can mention 1 million right now. My brother, my sister, and when it was time for Bawumia himself to stand as president, he was so ashamed of the utterances he made. The propaganda machinery that he had become and reduced himself to. Up till now, it looks like Bawumia is not learning from his mistakes. How can a guy like this be a president? My brother, we live in a nation where lawlessness has become our middle name. Now this president is trying to hammer in some wisdom of law into the fabric of the nation, and a propaganda machinery tool like Bawumia says he is using it to intimidate people. What is more intimidating than ordering kings and chiefs to stand up and salute a man who cannot be seen even in the crowd because of his height? My brother, my sister, what is more intimidating than having school children at Fana going to school and drowning, and for days no psychologist was brought in to talk to the only survivor? What is more intimidating than reducing our health facilities, my brother, my sister, to mortuaries where people died in their droves, and yet when the so-called political class fell ill, they knew how to fly out of this country to get the best treatment? What is more intimidating than that? What is more intimidating and denigrating than the barrage of lies that Bawumia told in his 8 years of propaganda machinery work? Today, Bawumia, who lost the elections abysmally and will continue to lose and lose like the loser that he is until he runs away from this cheap propaganda. I am so angry at this guy. My brother, my sister, national security is being employed to go out there and deal with the unsanitary conditions in our country. And you claim this is harassment? Today we are reading that Reverend John Ntimfojio refused to cooperate. What did the president say? Reverend Ntimfojio, please cooperate with the security institutions so that an investigation can be, instituted into this, because this is a sensitive national issue. But no, the coward of a dishonorable will not do it. He's moving from one radio station to a TV station doing propaganda. Because in this country, we love propaganda more than patriotism. It's sad. It's sad. If this was somewhere in the Arab countries, you know what they will do to him? They will roast him on a slowly burning fire, quietly, slowly. Then they will add a little bit of pepper and salt so that he will be complete. It's sad, my brother. Do you know how far this country has come? And one little rat will get up one day and try to pull down the foundations of this nation. Cooperate with the institutions. No, you will not. You are more interested in propaganda, moving from one place to the other. Tomorrow, if we are all tagged as a cocaine nation, and everywhere we go, the lenses of the world will run after us and treat us as the cocaine citizenry that we are. These are the same rats who will come out and say, hey, why is the rest of the world treating us like that? Then they will try to apportion blames to political parties rather than themselves. We will not wait until that happens. To John Dramani Mahama, I applaud you. I am your biggest fan. And Blakk Rasta alone is more than 1 trillion fans. We don't easily become fans of people. Mr. President, please unleash the NIB on them. Those who have hidden millions under their beds, cockroach holes and rat holes, chase them. Let's go back into time. Those who flew chartered aircrafts because they had short, long legs and couldn't sit in the statecraft, they must all account for all the irresponsible expenditures that they unleashed on the people of this nation. My brother, my sister, I think at this point I need to rest. I am so incensed. If I continue to talk, my heart might jump into my mouth. And it's not something that, and to appear for Joe. Is it appear for Joe? Tim for Joe, that's his name, right? Tim for Joe. My brother, stop seeing yourself as a hero. You are a coward. He's all of a sudden basking in this euphoria, the hallucination of a certain heroic action. And he has people who are supporting him. Where is the heroism in this? Allegations that are so unfounded. You run onto the internet, Wikipedia and the rest, and pick up information and come and put out like the unintellectual that you are. Jesus have mercy. Dabi.